Play some Nuclear Throne for a bit. See what I feel like doing afterwards. If anything. It does feel very weird to play a game like this at like 120 FPS after playing it for literally like 10 years as a 30 FPS game. It is a dramatic change. It's kind of like going from Demon Souls, like PlayStation 3 to Demon Souls on like the PS5. Where like the frame rate being so dramatically different actually makes the gameplay literally more difficult. Because you're just like, this doesn't feel right. Oh wow, okay. Normally I would take the screwdriver and try to go to YV, but I don't really care. I'm sorry, 2 screwdrivers? What are you doing to me? I still refuse. I refuse this offering. Even at like 60, it does kind of just feel like a totally different game. Even though it is literally the exact same game, nothing else has been changed. Like, it's crazy what frame rate difference does for things.
I probably wouldn't even notice.
I'm sorry, 3 screwdrivers? What have we done to earn this run? I'm still not gonna take it. I'm still not gonna do it. I refuse. I'm not doing a daily run. I don't need the extra points. I'm always intrigued by your, like, weird blindness to higher frame rates. I wish there was a way that we could empirically test this sort of thing on people. Because I know Shepard also has a hard time judging frame rates. But, like, Nick and I can tell. And I know Snapper's, like, weirdly sensitive to that shit. Like, I start not being able to perceive it in the upper, like, you know, 100s. It just starts to all kind of be the same. But, like, Snaps is like, oh yeah, look at this, like, extremely sick high frame monitor, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Nuclear Throne update gonna make me come is an insane thing to say as your first post coming in. Hi, Neo.
Who said that? Oh, yep.
It is a very good update. However, it does lock you out of the daily if you're playing above 60, and it does also make the items not necessarily move the same when you transition between levels. So you can't do the chest glitches reliably. It doesn't always get the suck. Never really played games over 75, so I'll have to. This looks so smooth. It does really, like, even at 60, it's, like, super smooth. I am playing it at 120 right now. I don't like receiving this many toxic and sticky items. Both in real life and elsewhere. Whoa! Okay, hold on. It did have a bit of a freak out there for a moment. That was not great. Ow. Stupid birds. Nuclear Throne running at 60 really, it's really wild. Like, I appreciate game devs going back and updating stuff so much. It reminds me of how KOTOR 2 had like a full update done to it that made it playable and enjoyable on modern computers. And people were like, who the fuck was, you know, updating KOTOR 2? Like, who worked on this? That game is 20 years old. I assume this game would always stay at 4x3. It's really funny because it has an option to play it in 1x1 resolution also, and it's like got a subtitle that says the most unbiased resolution or something like that. It's like, do you just want to play it in a complete square? I don't like this situation I found myself in. I don't like this more, actually. This is... this is actually not good, maybe. I should not be alive. I definitely should not be alive. I did not see that dude. Thank you, second chance. Holy shit. Get in the bag? True. And you should get you a lawyer, I say jokingly. It's probably too extreme, honestly. Yeah. Like I was saying, that's probably too extreme of a reaction, but, you know.
I mean, it depends. If the manager doesn't do anything about it, then yeah, get a lawyer. Never have to work another day in your life.
Shepard can just stream fucking Xeno games for the rest of his life. That sounds good. I mean, yeah, of course it would sound good.
No one wants to work.
Well, everybody wants to work, but everybody wants to work on things they enjoy. You know, like... That's just the nature of life. Like, everybody wants to do something. They want to feel fulfilled. If you remove any sort of labor and effort from humans, we just kind of fucking fall apart. Which I blame on us being higher order animals. You know, it's like, the more that you think, the more that you're like, I need to do something with my time. Like, even if it's mind-numbing for some people, that's fine. That's why I think that, like, some people love to be farmers. Because it makes you feel like you're accomplishing something, and, like, you are. Like, you're not doing something world-changing, but it's a necessity in the environment, right? Like, people are always gonna need to eat. It's the most mind-numbing shit on the planet, but, like, someone's gotta do it.
And there's also the people that just actually enjoy doing it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is, again, like, there are people who enjoy doing the thing. It is the most mind-numbing shit on the planet, but, like, there's no reason to not enjoy doing it if you like it. Just like there are people that enjoy being teachers. You gotta do the same thing every single time, all the time. You gotta wake up and, like, horrible schedules.
You think you're gonna do the same thing every single time, and then always something goes wrong, because that's how farm life is.
Yeah, but if something's always going wrong, it's still the same thing. It's just different shit. Like, I don't...
Someone who grew up on a farm, it's like, you wake up, like, time to collect the eggs from the chickens, and then you go out there and you realize...
They're cannibalizing their eggs.
The chicken coop got broken into. Let me count, see what chickens are alive. Oh look, this chicken hid an egg, and now that egg is hatched into a chick. Fuck, that's another mouth I gotta feed now.
I mean, different shit, say, like, you know, is not the same thing as, like, my work is different, though. Like, if I have 17 people all calling me for a different problem when I was working for call center stuff, it's the same shit, but it's the different shit, you know? It's not gonna change how I
Yeah,
feel.
but, like, if you're gonna do that way, if you're saying that's mind-numbing, then every job ever is mind-numbing, unless you're like,
A lot of jobs are mind-numbing. Like, the
fully-
majority of them are mind-numbing.
I'm a freelancer, and everything I do every day is different. One day I'm doing
Well, I'm meaning
makeup,
more
the
like if
next
you're
day
like
I'm
an
a
artist,
doctor.
you are usually doing something that is the creative process, right?
But
If you're
still just drawing.
but it's the creative process in that, like, you are experiencing, like, artistic creation. You are doing something, actively creating something new. And, like, if you are farming, you can kind of do that if you're trying to invent new means to which to farm, or if you are a person who has, like, a ornamental garden or something like that. But usually it's like you said, I gotta do this thing that most people hate and don't want to do, and only a select category of humans have ever found satisfying in their life. It's why most people throughout history always lament their roles. People don't like to be the thing they are, they want to be the other thing. And usually people want to be the thing that sounds cool or creative. It's the difference between being a line cook and a chef.
As someone who did, I mean, it's line cooks, in my opinion, line cooks and chefs are the same thing, different pay grade. That's all it is. It's like you still have, unless you are the head chef, you still get told by some higher fuck.
Oh god, oh fuck. Oh god. Sorry, game was falling
like,
apart.
What the fuck? You're fine, but you still get told what the fuck you're supposed to do.
I want that item. Fuck off that item's not getting sucked in. Fuck off! I wanted that fucking auto crossbow! God damn it. Chefs do more managerial stuff like ordering. When I say chef, I am meaning like the type of chef that is in a starred restaurant who is creating something that is a new experience. I'm talking about
that's not a chef then.
That is the chef.
It's a chef, but it's like the head chef.
Yeah.
You're going,
well,
like,
that's what
that means like the head chef would be like essentially like the manager of a place that's like a line cook area. If you want to compare line cook to something,
but those chefs are
in,
still
like,
in the kitchen cooking.
A lot of the managers are too in good kitchens.
But that's the difference, is most managers aren't, and most kitchens aren't those environments. Unless they absolutely have to be. Most of the time, it is a guy who shows up and goes to the back. Not necessarily Michelin-starred, but yeah. Like, Shepard, you've worked in restaurants, but you've not worked in, like, a fancy restaurant.
As someone who did art for money that paid bills, it's mind-numbing. You don't get to decide what you do. You have some idiot who has no concept of what
Well, there's a difference between what kind of artists, too. That's what I'm meaning by all of this, is, like, there's always the break of, like, what point is the thing satisfying? Are you baking things, or are you a baker? Are you producing content, or are you a content creator? You know, like, it depends on the like you said, the tier of your job, unfortunately. Some farmers are people that have, like, a real love and passion for it, and some people are there because they're like, I need to slop shit to make cash. Jogo's Ginted. I hate that. I also love it, though. I'm not loving this situation I'm in because they took away my auto crossbow. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's like, I have all the respect in the world for people that sacrifice the enjoyment of being an artist to become like a fucking animator at like Disney or Pixar, because boy, you're not gonna love your passions anymore after that. But you're also
work for Disney.
I feel like working for Disney in like the first like year of it existing was like, shit, we're doing something totally different, man. And then by like year 10, you were like, Walt Disney's a fucking asshole. And now you're just like, the Walt Disney Corporation has stolen my childhood. And I don't mean because they've ruined movies by remaking them. I mean because, like, people go and live the dream of going to work for Disney, and then they realize that they can't make anything they want to without capitulating to the mouse. I'll never forget Alex Hirsch talking about how hard it was to make Gravity Falls and the fights that he would get into with Disney's upper management. Some of them are really fucking funny, though. Like, I am glad that guy does not care about if he ever works for Disney again. It was so funny to see him having conversations with them, being like, well, in this thing, the devil is evil, and they defeat the devil. And they're like, well, unfortunately, we can't have any sort of, like, depictions of the devil, because that would be, like, Satanism. He's like, but the devil gets defeated, so, like, clearly he's evil. Oh, well, we can't show that. I would not want to acquire a farm for Rachel, Shepard, and I. I think that inevitably one of the three of us would turn on the others, and I think it would be Rachel turning on Shepard and I.
Yeah. Shepard. Here's the thing.
No, I think it would be on me too.
My goal in life
Auto crossbow.
is to have a farm. No, my goal in life is to eventually own a farm, right? However, if I have a farm, and I don't want a big farm, I want enough where I can make garden, like I can have like a garden, and I can have some chickens, and that's pretty much it.
And this is what I mean, like, you want a garden and a farm for, like, self-satisfaction, you don't want it as a career.
Anyway, if I lived with Shepard, in a week, I'm killing him. In a week.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have to live on the farm with him.
In a week, it doesn't matter. If I have to work with Shepard, I care for you deeply. If I have to work with Shepard, in a week, I'm putting a pillow over his head. Because if I have to do with a week of that,
his like weird little like whisper laugh that he'll do, yeah.
If I have to do with a week of honey dip, I'm fucking.
I think he's mostly gotten that one out of his system. I haven't heard it in a good minute.
I am buying Aqua Tofana and I'm putting it in everything he drinks. Let this stream be my fucking warning.
Let this stream be my warning is so fucking good. Holy shit.
Fucking quote me. Here for you, Shepard.
I can't believe it. We fucking did it. We knocked out an auto crossbow run fucking one. And we got it after we missed it that first time. Holy shit.
Also, I'm hard to live with anyway, because I'm a person where if something needs to get done, it needs to get done right away, right then and there. It doesn't matter what time it is.
See, the thing is, because I love Rachel, she could get me to do that. But any other human being on the planet, I'm just gonna look at them and be like, no.
You to do what?
Just things. Stuff. Like, for instance, like, one of the things that I regularly... And we've established that you don't have a problem with this. But this is a thing that my mother has hated forever. And it's because my dad used to do it. So I do it because dad did it, right? Like, oh fuck, it's shit in the bed again. The beta is not perfect. It's getting there. You know? But like one of the things my dad used to do is whenever he would have like a recyclable, he would set it on the side of the kitchen counter next to the sink. And then when he would go out and he would go to the recycle bin, he would just take it with him. And because we don't have a recycle bin that we can go to because it's not an apartment, I just take it all to the recycle bin in the garage when I'm done with stuff, right? Oh, hey, Tucker. Venus, nice. Don't show your Venus. That's how you get Banus. But like, I just will leave like 2 or 3 things of items next to the sink sometimes. Like if I have like a granola bar and I empty the box, I'll put the box there. And if I drink a thing of like juice and I empty the thing of juice, I'll leave it there. And then the next day, I'll like take it out to the garage when I have like the desire to go out to the garage. And every time, she'll like come down, see that it's there at like 7 o'clock, and then fucking, well, why don't you take it out? Well, usually when I go downstairs, I have like a glass of water in my hand, so I don't really think about carrying everything out and then blah, 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 blah. Oh, you always have a reason for it. Yeah, because I leave it until I go to bed. And then I just do it. And it's like, again, we've established that you don't have a problem with that. You've seen me do it. You have also just like left the egg carton thing there when we've cooked, because it's not that big of an issue. But if you were like, hey, you need to go and like do laundry right now, I'd be like, all right, and I would just fucking deal with it and do it.
The right answer.
Ow. But like, most people I will just kind of shrug and be like, I won't do that right now because I don't feel like it. And for some things, I think that's a completely valid answer. I can hear them coming. I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. I should not be alive. I should not be alive. Doggo and Dorktide is great. I was thinking about going back and trying fucking Darktide. Tilfin was talking a little about going back and trying it, and I was like, I haven't played it in like 2 years. But it's one of those things where you just kind of talk about doing it, but you don't ever really do it. Like, I'm sure I'll get around to it. Not loving this situation I find myself in. I'm not loving this situation that I find myself in. Get me out, man. Get me the fuck out of here. It's a lot better now. Yeah, like, it was fine before, but it has the problem that every Fat Shark game has, which is like, why did this come out and not actually be finished? But then you know they're going to be updating it for like 10 years, so whatever. Simply die. Thank you. Oh, I'm really worried about how this game is going to handle this area with the fucking increase in enemies and the boss that just spawns constant smogs of garbage. Get a unique portrait border for petting the dog. Rachel, how do you feel about if dog was actually just robot?
Does it look like a dog?
It's like a... It's like a metal approximation of a dog. Not like
Still a
the...
good boy.
Not like the thing that, like, the science people made, you know, like the Boston Dynamics dog. Not like that. Like, imagine, like, they even sculpted on the droopy face thingy that you like.
That's fine.
Because that's the dog in the Warhammer. It's a cyber mastiff. So it's a big old
Dog's
mastiff,
dog.
but then it's just also a rabbit.
Dog's a dog.
Yes, hello, mother. Mother's ashes. I am fucking trapped. I yearn for freedom, man. I don't have the resources for this shit. Okay, get out. Get out while you can. Oh my god. Please. Thank you. I should not be alive continues. How did you get behind me? Named mine Nibbles. Can you actually name it, or is it just like you have spiritually named this creature? Ow! Anyway. I keep taking such stupid fucking damage, man. I'm so sloppy. Tomorrow off, and then I'm on an 8-day work stretch after that. It feels like that's fucked up. Or is this like you took that willingly? Yes, and customize? Oh, fuck. Oh, God. The game's shitting itself again. Wow, okay. So in the late game, it really starts to fucking fall apart in the beta, but hey, you know what? They're working on it, I'm sure. The fact that you can customize the dog in Darktide's pretty cool. I like that. I don't like that the fucking expansion for one character is like $14, though. That is fucking absurd. Not willingly long weekend, although my manager said he will rework the schedule. Yeah, they always say that. I remember when a night shift was supposed to be a short time.
It would ended up working out.
I mean, hey, yeah, it worked out great, but it was like... The fact that they just forced it on me was really fucked up. Even if the guy who was originally on night shift fucking died. It's like, you gotta talk to people about that shit, man. Okay, we're in a bad situation in our life right now. I mean, that's a constant, but, you know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we're dead. It took a minute. It took a minute, but we got there. That dog really is called Nibbles, huh? It do be saying Nibbles on there. Surprise Pyramid Head never called you? I mean... You know. Excuse me, I did not approve my employee dying. Who's gonna cover their shift? Hold on, we'll do somebody else other than Robot. I only ever play as Robot. We'll do a different character for once. Let's go Chicken. We pass out from heat exhaustion, they just get us to drink water and go back to work. That's not good. That is bad. Like, there's a good many reasons that I have never worked in a restaurant environment. Fear of people with knives, the handling of food products that I find personally disgusting. But one of them is definitely the way that they treat their workers. Like, I think Rachel's gotta be one of the only people that I know who had a genuinely positive work environment at a restaurant. The fucking gays were wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I'm really mad they moved to Italy.
I don't know, I think that they were just, like, looking at the calendar and they were like, maybe we get out early. Dodge some bullets. They didn't dodge all the bullets, though, because Italy does have, like, a weird fascist party. And even worse, their weird fascist party has a person who won't stop talking about fucking Lord of the Rings. Which is really ironic because of Tolkien, you know? Oh yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm such a nerd for Lord of the Rings. I wonder who the fascist faction in Lord of the Rings was. Could it have been the bad guys? No. I should throw my weapons more. I forgot that that's a thing that I can do. Yeah, it's fucking funny. It's not optimal, but it's really funny. I am gonna die. I am back to life. Alright, give me that shovel. Isn't Italy South trying to secede? Welcome to the last 400 years. The South and the North might as well be, like, culturally different empires. They hate each other. I don't know how it always falls along North-South borders, but it sure does. Spain has one area that is trying to leave it, though. That is correct. I would not be surprised if the south of Italy is also unhappy, but I don't know if they're officially trying to leave as a nation. I do find secession a really interesting topic as a Canadian, given the fact that we've had our Quebecois try to secede from us before, and it's really just like a... Like, there's a real interesting, like, why. Oh, that's bad. Yep, okay. And that's why we don't play as chicken.